I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. LittleMess joins us. Hi, Jiro.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
I am Jiro, aka LittleMess, and I'm a VTuber. I'm a little VTuber. I'm quite young, but I'm doing this, and I hope to be doing this for a long time. It's been really fun, and it's very nice to be here.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad that you took the bait. I mean, I'm glad that you. No, I didn't mean that. I'll edit that out. Really. No, I appreciate you coming on. Where did you get started with VTubing? If you're such a young young person, when did you get started?
This is a nice story, which is really, I was really excited to get here to tell this story.
Good.
So basically, I've had a lot of mental illnesses, and I met a VTuber like a couple of years ago named Fua. Fua is not a streamer anymore, sadly, but she was like so inspiring to me. She was like so kind, and she wasn't like the biggest VTuber, but she did have like a fine audience, an own community, and she took me in like so nicely, and I was really like loud at the chat. So we got to become friends, and we're still friends.
That's excellent.
To this day.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And
yeah,
she kind of brought you in to it, or you kind of
yeah.
Yeah,
she brought me in. I didn't really watch any VTubers before her.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, I wanna be like her. I wanna make people feel like I felt when I watch her streams. Like I felt so much happier and so much like more fulfilled when I watched her streams. So I was like, okay, I wanna make other people feel like that as well.
Oh, that's just wonderful. That
I started making all of the stuff that you need to do, like designing a character, and it's been a long journey, but I did get there like a couple of years ago, and I've been streaming since then.
Well, that's excellent. That's wonderful that you were able to make a connection right away and want to share that with everybody else. That says a lot about you. That really does say a lot about you, and in a good way. It really does, and being someone who wants to help everybody else get through their daily life, that means a lot to a lot of people, and meant a lot to you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a lot, and my whole life I am disabled, and I have autism and ADHD, and I've had a long depression and anxiety, and I'm only 17, so I'm not really old, and I've already had all of these things on my life. So whenever I get to like make people a little bit happier in their days, I feel so much better. I'm like, I'm getting to get the people feel like I felt.
That's wonderful. That's really great, and it's great for an old man to hear a young person so invested in their community. It's great to hear that you're wanting to give back and want to help other folks go along with it. Have you always been somebody who wanted to do that? Was in your younger days?
Yeah.
You wanted to help people out, and maybe entertain people a little bit?
Yeah, I've sang since I was like 5 years old. I've always been like, when I was little, I was like always making these big concerts for my family, and I was singing. I did not know how to speak English, but I was trying to speak English, and it was like gibberish, but I was still doing it. And I had these shows, and I I sang everywhere and I did everything and I wanted to make people laugh and make them like really happy. And then I discovered like arts, like art as in like drawing and painting and digital arts, and that also went to another path of like making people more inspired when they see my art.
That's wonderful. I mean,
And
yeah, I mean, I want to talk to you
yeah,
about the art part here too as well. But seeing that you have early on found a way to express yourself and try to help people at this early age, and it is early, still early age, believe me. But at this, in already setting yourself on those goals, that's pretty amazing.
thank you. I've been told that a lot.
Yeah.
um,
Well, now it's
but yeah,
now you know it's true because I said it. So no,
of course, of course.
yeah, but really, it's great to see that you're wanting to give back already, and help people out who may be in your situation or may have situations like that, or maybe just having a bad day for crying out loud.
Yeah, even if it's just like a normal bad day, I want them to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the art part,
Art
drawing,
part.
art part. It's I'm going to trademark that and put it on a T-shirt. Um, you did you start drawing early on, along with your
Oh yeah.
concerts you gave to the family?
Oh yeah. When I still have in our kitchen, there's like a little family drawing. I remember that night so vividly. I was with my sister and we had like a slumber party at her room because
Hmm.
we had like own rooms and I just went to her room to have a slumber party. And I was like really little. I was like 4 years old. And I drew these little circle people, and I said, "This is my dad, this is my mom, this is my sister, this is me," and we still have that drawing in our kitchen.
That you is now you've got them trademarked and you can you can sell them online. So
Yeah,
well that's cool, and you continue to do that, and now you're into the digital scene.
yeah, yeah. I actually in my school, in my early days of school, we had a lot of teachers that were really into art.
Mm.
So we had a lot of like art classes that were like really creative. Like we had those creative days when we could just spend like hours of a school time just making like I don't know like little drawings or something like that.
Oh, neat.
So that really helped me with that to grow. And I think I was like 10 years old, maybe 11,
Wow.
when I started drawing on my phone.
And then then you were hooked.
Yeah, then I was hooked.
So
Um,
so you kind of self-taught,
I
you kind of taught yourself to do all this stuff?
yeah, I mean, I've been in art school as well.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 13,
Mm-hmm.
went to a new school and I went to an art school.
Mm.
I went to a digital art school, and I was there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Uh, and I learned a lot, but also I noticed that the teacher was also kind of like letting me do my own thing.
Yeah.
Um, and I still got like tens from arts.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
But
yeah, it's been a lot.
well, now I hear some people who do art schools different ways, and some of them got frustrated with it because the art school would kind of push them off in a certain direction that they didn't want to go, or try to change what they're doing and kind of, for the better way, take them out of the art. Make it
Hmm.
ABC rather than AQ96. Whatever someone wants to do. The
Yeah,
Did you find that? And you said you had a little bit of leeway, so maybe you didn't experience that.
I mean, it depends, I think. For me, because of the like class that I was in the school was like oriented to digital art. It was more like modern.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't as like tight space of being exactly what they want.
Mm.
But we did have a lot of normal art classes, like more traditional
Hmm.
art classes, which did push more of that tradition of how to actually do art, because like they want you to be creative, but also they want you to like really follow some of the rules.
Yeah.
Um,
Did they teach you how to do hands?
I do know how to draw hands actually.
There you go.
Um,
You're already You're already so far ahead of everybody. That goes. always have
um,
always
um,
have to mention that for the artists. Sometimes they just scream when I say the name. Um, so,
it's a hard thing to be
yeah,
honest.
but
It's still a struggle, but I can still do it.
well,
uh,
I saw the word commissions on your bio, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
so are you taking commissions right now?
oh yeah, I am. I have done couple commissions.
Hmm.
I've not done too many because of the competition right now,
Hmm.
but I've been trying to more promote my art on my streams, so I could maybe get some pocket money from that.
We're promoting it right
um,
now. This is your
but
chance.
yeah, you
Here's your
can go check my Instagram if you want.
yeah. I'm going to give you here's your commercial time. Go.
uh, my art is quite cheap actually, so if you like my art style, just message me and I'll tell you the price. It's probably like 20 euros or something like that. It's not too expensive.
come come to Jiro's Art Mart. I'll do the tagline. Come to Jiro's Art Mart. All the links are in the description. Now, really, it's good to see that that you've been able to enjoy all these different ways of expressing yourself, given not the easiest place to come from, with what's affected you in your life to this point. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I
It's been fun.
well, I'm just imagining you were born at the right time, because 20 years ago you probably wouldn't have had all this ability to express yourself this way.
Yeah, and I was actually diagnosed really late.
Hmm.
So I've had like really kind of hard childhood,
Hmm.
which I'm not really like I'm not too like shy to talk about it because it's like so much part of me, and I've been like I always tell people I've been in therapy right now. I've been in therapy for 9 years of my life,
Hmm.
and I am quite young, so
Yeah.
um, I've had a lot of things in my life, um, but also I feel like I've been grown to be a really positive person.
Hmm.
Like I like to see things, the bright side of things,
Yeah.
which I hope to use with my streaming and entertainment to make others like see the positive side of things.
You can absolutely hear Jiro's smile from the other end of this conversation. That's really something. You know, I say this to folks occasionally, and it's people can take it how they will. I really don't think that people are the product of their circumstances. I do think they are the
Mm-hmm.
triumph that comes from those circumstances. And
Yeah.
you have been that triumph, obviously, at this point, and continue to be positive. And there's, I'm sure I don't, I'm not going to pretend to know to be empathetic enough to know where you're coming from completely, but I'm sure there were a lot of places where you could have just said, "Nah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here for a while and not pursue." But it says a lot about you that you kind of pushed your way through and continue to be a positive impact on people.
Yeah, it's been like something that's been driving me forward
Mm.
because like when I make people happy, I feel really much like their happiness. I can sympathize with that like sympathize and empathize with that happiness
Mm.
that they get from the entertainment or my jokes or anything that I do for them.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, on the channel right now, what are you doing these days?
Oh, I play random games, like
Mm-hmm.
really random games. I just see a game and I'm like, oh, I want to play that, so I'm gonna stream it. Or then I do my art. I've been actually doing a really big artwork that I have not been streaming that much because I have a new art, a new like program
Mm-hmm.
that I do on my art. So it's been kind of a struggle. So I haven't been streaming that right now. But I am when I get this one done. I will be drawing more on stream.
So,
And I've noticed that many people actually like those
well,
streams a lot.
oh yeah, people enjoy that for not just for the art itself, but because it you get kind of a laid back atmosphere, and people can relax and enjoy it. And do you get
Uh huh.
requests when you're doing art on stream? Do you get people who are backseat artists?
Um, Not really actually.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
think I've gotten that like unasked criticism a
Yeah,
lot on my art on
yeah,
different platforms.
yeah.
Uh, and sometimes, it can be hurtful, but also I think I've grown from those,
Mm,
even if they've been like hurtful and put in a mean way, like they haven't been saying it like um like trying to make me learn about something, more like
right.
trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But um I've also taken from those like the way people see my art, and I've been trying to build up on it to make it more um I don't know, anatomically correct or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's criticism, and then there's just being a jerk, and some folks are jerks.
Yeah.
And one thing to remember, because it happens to everybody in whatever field you're in, that a lot of the criticism is going to come from people who can't do what you do and are jealous of what you do. And
Yeah.
and that's the peanut gallery. They don't know, they don't care. They just want you not to do it. So, and you just have to pat them on the head every once in a while and keep going. Give them a few
Yeah.
peanuts. But
Yeah.
the the games that you're playing, what type of games do you like to stream?
Oh, there is a lot of different games, but I really like more chill games.
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite game of all time is Stardew Valley. I have almost 400 hours on it. It's like my soul game,
Oh yeah,
and I've had so many mods.
yeah,
It's it's something that makes me really happy. And then I like gacha games.
yeah.
Um, uh, and otherwise, it's kind of like if I see a game that I find fun, I just play it.
I tell you, I have over 30 save files in Stardew Valley.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've I'm an old man, but some of those years have been basically Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah, I can
And
I can
I
realize. I I've been playing Stardew Valley for like maybe like a year or so, and
mm,
I already have so many hours in it.
you just when you get started, you just don't want to stop. You just
Yeah,
I'll go another day. Yeah,
exactly.
I'll go another day. Well, the the pumpkins are almost big enough to sell. I'm going to go another day. It's just it just drives my wife crazy. But I've 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 had to stay away from the update, the last update they did, because I know I'll start all over again, and then I'll never be able to do any more interviews.
Oh yeah, I started all over again, and I'm on like year 5.
But
Um,
it's really amazing. But so you like the gotcha games too. What what are those? Which one is your favorite from the gotcha games?
Actually, I was really doubtful before Withering Waves came out, but now that it's out, I've been playing it every day.
Mm.
I actually had a really controversial take.
Oh.
A take on a like a reel in Instagram. I had like 30 something likes. No, not 30, 30,000 something likes. Sorry.
Whoa.
That's a bit different. And a lot of comments that were either agreeing with me or yelling at me.
So, what was?
But basically,
what was that take?
Yeah, I can tell you. So basically, Withering Waves is from a one new company, and there's been these 3 games, really, really popular games. You've probably heard about them. Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact,
right.
Honkai Impact Third are the really big ones.
Right.
And they are all from a one company. Like, they're all from Hoyoverse.
Right.
But Wuthering Waves is not from Hoyoverse. And the amount of similarities from the games is, to be honest, kind of hilarious. Because it just feels like a copy of the game. But also, you know, the thing that they're copying is really good, so...
They've done somebody else's stuff, but they've done it better.
I mean, they kind of like took every Hoyoverse game, and then they took Pokemon, and they were like, yes, this.
They added Pokemon and Wii Bowling. It's a really strange mix, but it worked. Now, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and some folks, when that first came out, they were upset about some bugs in the game. But I'm not really seeing that much criticism about that anymore. Have you found some bugs early on with it?
I have found a lot of them, actually. But I feel like they should pay me as a bug tester. Because, oh my god, I have done so many feedback things. And they keep sending me stuff. They're like, sorry, we fixed it. Thank you for the feedback. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
You should get a credit of the end credits. They should special thanks to.
Oh, this actually reminds me of. Do you know how? Have you actually played? You played Honkai Star Rail or something like that before?
I haven't played it. I've seen a lot of it, but I haven't played it.
Okay. At the start of like when you open the game, it now says Caesar warning. And that was not like 3 or something years ago. That was not a thing.
Oh.
And that's because of my complaints.
Oh no.
I remember when some boats came in Genshin Impact, and they kept like flickering around because they were so laggy, and I was like, this kind of like flickering can really make someone feel bad.
Yeah.
From their eyes, like can get a seizure really quickly from this.
Oh yeah.
So I put them feedback about it. I was like, you should probably have a seizure warning at the start of this game.
Yeah. If
you're gonna
have the flickering, you better do that because people are gonna be really affected.
Like even if it's just a bug.
Yeah.
If that is possible in the game, I think it should be there.
So you should get credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put the thing and it like maybe like months or something, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
And it popped up, and I was like, wait, what?
This warning brought to you by Jiro.
But yeah, I think I'm kind of proud of that, but also it's so funny because I feel like I've made some people annoyed when they every time they open the game, they have to see the Caesar warning.
Yeah, you're supposed to wait until you're old to complain about stuff like that.
But yeah, that's
cool. And again, it just shows it shows a bit about your character, that you worried about other people, how they would be
Yeah.
affected by it, and that is amazing in today's society, that to find and talk to someone who not only is um, a triumph on their own, but trying to help other people get there as well. It's it's
Yeah.
it's really amazing talking to you, Jiro, and I really hope that we could do it again soon. I do want to know, before we wrap things up here, do you have any big plans coming up on the channel? Do you have any big goals before the end of the year?
I think my biggest goal is to get 100 subscribers
Mm-hmm.
um in Twitch. And my biggest plan is to start my YouTube channel.
Mm.
Um and have more videos. I have had planned some of the videos to be come out, but we had some editor problems. I've had my friends as an editor, and sadly the whole content was deleted by accident.
Oops.
So um so that video won't be coming out, but hopefully soon I can stream and make some videos from that.
That'll be good.
But yeah, that's pretty much the plans. And also I'm going to a new school this
Oh,
year, so
well, congratulations on that.
that will be fun.
I hope it all works out for you, and I have no doubt that no matter what comes up, you're going to meet it with equal, if not greater, force and get right through it. I don't have any
Thank
doubt
you.
of
It's
that
been
at all.
so fun.
Thank you for coming on, Jiro. And if you want to find out what LittleMess is up to, we're going to have links in the description for this interview. Jiro, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much too. It's been so great.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.